What is up? John here with episode 2 of Clear My Kallax, where I got to get rid of some of these games to make room for more. I know we all go through this from time to time, but this time it's me, so it makes a real difference to me what happens. So I'm going to go through a couple more shelves of my games. Please let me know what you think, if they're ones I should get rid of, if they're ones I shouldn't have had in the first place, what have you. So let's get started with a couple shelves off our first Kallax. Alright, here we are on shelf 1C, and once again we'll go left to right as we take a look at all these different games. Starting with Blank Slate, a party game there on the left-hand side. Never have played it. I think I got it for Christmas 2 years ago. I keep forgetting to bring it out when I have people over. We got to try that. It's one of those where you're trying to guess. I don't know. You want to have words that aren't the same as someone else or something. I don't know. It looks fun, but have never played it. Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition. Here now it's getting interesting. This is the deluxe one with the dual layered boards. I've played it once. I don't know if I need any Terraforming Mars in my collection. You tell me. I mean, it's a fun enough game, but it's nothing I've brought out since I played it, so maybe that's a good candidate. We've got Whitehall Mystery here, which is like the lighter version of Letters from Whitechapel and the less gruesome version. I couldn't get Letters from Whitechapel played. It looked fun. It was one of the one versus many hidden role kind of games, hidden movement kind of games. This one is very similar, shorter, not as gruesome. Still have never played it, so that's probably a candidate. We've got the, what is it called again? I know it's Godzilla, but it's called something else as well. The Godzilla Tokyo Clash, I think, is the subtitle. The Funko Pop game. Is it redundant now that I have Unmatched? Maybe. It's a fun game, but it's limited to what it is in the box, whereas Unmatched is unlimited. So, we'll see. That might be a good candidate. Over here we've got Glow, which is a very fun, odd little game that I think I'm going to go ahead and keep because I've only played it a few times. I've enjoyed it, and it's tricky. I got to get the hang of that game. It's a fun game though. Hive Mind, amazing party game. That's staying. Don't even ask me. It's staying in the collection. Ship Shape, that one might be one. It's kind of an odd little game where you've got different components that you're looking at and trying to figure out which one that you want to put in your ship, and you can't really tell what they all are. One of those where you're looking at it from above, and then you're bidding on which one, on what order you want to take what. So, it's kind of cool, but I don't know. Maybe it doesn't need to stay. Queen's Necklace is a game that I'm not sure I've ever really played correctly because I don't think we score enough in that game, and I keep rereading the rules, and I don't see how you ever score to the end of the track or get even to halfway through the track. So I think I'm doing something wrong with that game, but it is a cool game. Great American Male Race, haven't played it yet. Do I need to? Do I need to get rid of it? I don't know. It's a cool looking game. It's got this cool stamper that tells you where you've been. It looks like it might be one that's fun to play once. I don't know. Got it really cheap on the Black Friday ad, so let me know what you think about that one if you played it. Kicking Class. This might be the only copy of Kicking Class in existence. It's a dice pool building kind of game where your dice are your experiences in life, because like if you pass a class, you might get a dice because you've learned something that's going to help you in another class. And each class has certain things that you have to roll, like 3 dice with a total of over 20 or something like that, which would be tricky. Maybe 3 dice with a total over 12. That would be a little easier. So I don't know. It's a cool game. But tell me again what you think. Azul Summer Pavilion is the only Azul that's in my collection because I won it. I've never paid for an Azul game. And my wife likes it a lot. I do have the little overlay things coming from a miniature market, I believe. So maybe that's one to hold on to. But I should probably have an Azul in my collection. So I'll probably hold on to that one. Then we've got King of Tokyo, Dark Edition, and the original King of Tokyo. Do I need both? If you ask my youngest son, he would say yes, because for some reason he prefers the original. I really don't understand why. And I played King of Tokyo many times, and I've never shuffled the cards because you never go through the cards. And so I just leave them as they are on the deck, put the ones we used on the bottom, because if you haven't seen the cards yet, it's a brand new game every time. So tell me what you think about those two. Do I need both of them? I think I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm crazy. But that's shelf 1C. Now we'll go down to shelf 1D. All right, here we are with shelf 1D. We're getting down to the nitty gritty of the first Kallax. All right, so here we got, starting on the left side, we've got Just One, maybe the best party game to come out the last few years. I don't know if you like it or not, but you're trying to guess the one word that everybody else knows, and they have to give a word to help you get it, but nobody can use the same word. And it's pretty cool. Abandoned Planet. Haven't played it. I had it for a couple years. It's a co-op game where you're trying to get off the planet. If you played it, let me know what you think about it. Hit Z Road is a really fun game, and it's so cool thematically, where the whole thing looks like somebody made it while they were in a zombie apocalypse. It looks like they took an actual game called Hit the Road and turned it into a game called Hit Z Road because it's about zombies and trying to escape zombies. The whole back of it is actually a description of the game Hit the Road. It doesn't even talk about Hit Z Road on the back, so it's really cool. Splendor and the Splendor expansion. I kind of got to hang on to this. I've also got the mat for Splendor, and when you get the expansion, it's pretty cool. The things that it adds to the game, it really makes it a whole different game, and it can be change it up each time you play it. You can play it with multiple parts of the expansion. So because it comes with 4 expansions in the box, only one of them is terrible. The rest of them are really fun. Moving on from that, we got Space Invaders, which is like a flick 'em up type game, dexterity game for kids. Haven't played it yet, but what the heck, might be worth hanging on to. Cash and Guns, don't play this one near enough. I think it plays up to 8 players in this one that I have, where you've got a little foam gun and you have to point it at somebody, and then if you've got a bullet and you shoot them and they don't lay down, then they're dead. Then they get shot, and if you get shot too many times, you're out of the game. But you're fighting over the different loot in the middle of the table. It's pretty cool. Worker Placement. I think I got this at Gen Con for like $1, and I've never played it because it's a worker placement game about finding workers or something like that. It has something to do with an unemployment agency and all that. So I don't know. It might be cool thematically. If you played it, let me know what you think about it. Kraftwagen, or Kraftwagen, as we say here in the U.S., looks like a really cool Euro game about the dawn of the automotive industry, and you're building different, and they're actual cars like Mercedes Benz and Daimlers and things like that. And it features a lot of different mechanics. It's got a rondelle. It's got where did rondelle come? Who is Rondell that invented this? Does anybody, if you know that, leave it in the comments. But it's got a rondelle. It's got different types of things with what resource management and things like that, and different special powers that you can acquire. Looks really cool, but I've never played it. That's one maybe I need to play it before I decide. But I don't know. You tell me. If you tell me it's garbage, I should get rid of it. I'll listen to you. Then we've got over here Dice Town, which I got years ago, and you can tell by all the whitening on it. This thing has gotten played and played again. And I've got an expansion. I've got 2 expansions for it. One of them was kind of garbage. The other one was pretty good. But you don't really need the expansions. It's good the way it is. Dice Town is a good game. Then moving on over here, we've got Can't Catch Harry, Still in Shrink, an Odd Ones Out card game. Odd Ones Out is a great YouTube channel. I don't know if they make great games. I thought my son was going to like this one, but he hasn't liked it enough to break the shrink open on it. So maybe that's one to get rid of. Don't know if I'd get much for it, but there it is. 5 Minute Marvel. We played this a few times. For what it is, it's pretty good. I'm not big on co-op. I'm not big on real time, but it is what it is. That's what this thing is. So, but it's a Marvel theme, and it's the theme comes through pretty good. It's pretty fun. Over here we've got Dreadful Circus, which the reason I like that, I think it plays up to it plays up to 8 people. And it's a fairly simple game, but I don't know if I've ever played one quite like it, where you've got cards in your hand, and you on your turn you place one out there, and everybody bids on it. A secret bid in their little case. Once you pick up their case and look at it, you have to either accept that bid or hand it back to them. You can't compare what everybody gave to you. So it's a really cool thing. And if you take none of them, you keep the card and you play it in front of you. And it's got some set collection and some different ways that you can score. The theme isn't really strong, other than it all looks like circus type stuff, but it's a really cool game. I think I need to get it played more. King Domino, it's probably staying. That's a main staple. You have to have King Domino or something like it. I already got rid of Queen Domino, so King Domino is probably one that's going to stay. And then Ticket to Ride New York, because I think I've said before, if I'm going to have a Ticket to Ride, it's going to be one of these little games that you play quickly. Ticket to Ride New York plays very quickly, 15, 20 minutes. And it's a fun little game, especially for people that aren't that into the gamer games. So there you have it. That is Shelf 1D. So there you have it. That finishes off Shelf 1C and 1D, and that's my entire first Kallax. We only got one more to go. Are you thinking that's kind of pathetic that my main games fit on 2 Kallax? Let me know what you think about that. I probably could have 4 of them filled minimum if I'd never culled any games. But tell me, is that something you do? Do you cull games to make them fit? You just hang on to everything? Whatever. Besides that, tell me what I should keep, what I should ditch. Until next time, we'll see you on Clear My Kallax.